Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in the province. Ladies and gentlemen, the irrigation project in the west of Pham Kaw River in the first phase has been completed and put into operations in the first quarter of this year. Currently, the second phase is implemented to solidify the main canal along with level 1, level 2, level 3, and the drainage canals with the goals of perfecting the first phase project.
In details, about more than 100 kilometers of earth canals has been converted in order to reduce losses due to seepage and save water to supply water to residential areas in Mukbai Bordergate economic zone. At the same time, it ensures the safety of the works, creates convenience in the management and operation, saves the annual maintenance and repair costs, and makes the most of the efficiency of water supply for agricultural production, daily life and industry of the project. In order to promote the effectiveness of the project, recently at the meeting with the government's delegation led by Deputy Prime Minister Lê Minh Khái on the situation of production and business, public investment, infrastructure, construction, and for import and export in the area, the Provincial People's Committee has proposed to the Prime Minister to consider supporting 500 billion Vietnam dong from the central budget to complete the second phase project. Commenting on this issue, Deputy Prime Minister Lê Minh Khái acknowledged and assigned the Ministry of Planning and Investment to study, advise and propose the Prime Minister to allocate appropriate capital for locality in the coming time. Reportedly, according to the Provincial People's Committee, the total investment of the second phase project is 600 billion Vietnam dong, of which the provincial budget will spend 100 billion Vietnam dong, and the central budget is proposed to support 500 billion Vietnam dong. The implementation period is from 2023-2026.
On May 17, the delegation number 1 of the Provincial People's Council, led by Ms. Nguyễn Đại Thi, standing vice chairwoman of Provincial People's Council, surveys the implementations of legal policies on the development of high school and kindergarten teachers in Tân Biên district.
The delegation visited Lương Thế Vinh High School in Mò Công Commune, Tân Biên district. The school has nearly 800 students and 38 teachers. Two teachers missing compared to the requirements. The number of teachers using foreign languages is still limited. 10% of teachers have not applied information technology as required. Some teachers are far from school, so they face difficulties in their work. The delegation of the Provincial People's Council worked with the Department of Education and Training of Tân Biên District and representatives of schools in the district. According to the report of the Department of Education and Training of Tân Biên District, the annual recruitment of teachers in the district did not meet the set targets due to the lack of qualified teachers. There is a shortage of teachers at preschool, primary, and lower secondary levels. Some schools in remote and difficult areas find it difficult to recruit teachers and newly graduated teachers with low basic salaries and without working for a long time. The educational sector of Tân Biên district proposed to TayNinhTV Provincial People's Council to consider issuing policies to attract and support administrators, teachers, and staff working at schools in remote and disadvantaged areas. The delegation of the Provincial People's Council acknowledged on the recommendations of the educational sector of Tân Biên district and will transfer these recommendations to the competent authorities for consideration and settlement as soon as possible.
The Provincial People's Committee has just promulgated the plans on rabies prevention and controls in the province in the periods of 2022-2030. The Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is assigned to assume the right responsibilities for and coordinate with provincial departments, ranches, People's Committee of the districts, towns, city organizations, and individuals involved in the implementations of this land.
with the goal of controlling rabies in domestic cats and dogs, strive to have no human deaths from rabies by 2030. Specifically, by 2025, it is required to manage over 70% of households raising dogs and cats, and the total number of dogs and cats which are raised in the period of 2026-2030, more than 90% of their pro targets will be managed. The rate of rabies vaccination for domestic dogs and cats is 100% of the total herd. For rabies prevention control in humans, 100% of districts, towns, and cities have rabies vaccination sites and anti-rabies serum for humans. 90% of people exposed to rabies receive preventive treatment. Dog and cat owners are responsible for registration and declaration with the commune-level People's Committee commitment to keep dogs and cats in captivity. When taken out of the house must be trained. Measure. The commune-level People's Committee assign personnel to monitor, manage, and make a list of households raising twice a year and report data on households and total herds of dogs and cats to the Provincial Department of Livestock Production and Veterinary Medicine. On May 17 and 18, 2023, TayNinhTV Department of Science and Technology held a basic training course on contents related to the Startup and Innovation Contest of TayNinhTV Province in 2023. Attending the training course, there were individuals, groups of individuals and businesses who had ideas and projects to participate in the contest before the semi-finals. The training contents include knowledge about the difference between traditional startups and innovative startups, business model building, customer portraits, how to make a business plan, marketing and presentation skills of business ideas projects. It was organized by TayNinhTV Department of Science and Technology in collaboration with the Center for Business Research and Business Support (BSA), Ecotech Village, Ho Chi Minh City University of Industry organized. It is known that after the launching period, the organizing committee of the Innovation Startup Contest of TayNinhTV Province in 2023 received 20 ideas and projects registered to participate. In the morning of May 17, TayNinhTV People's Committee coordinated with Viettel TayNinh branch to organize a training conference on registration and use of digital signatures to perform transactions on the public service portal for civil servants of works, communes, youth unions, and one-stop shop department in TayNinhTV. At the conference, the delegates were specifically instructed by Viettel representatives to register for free remote digital signature MySite on the MyViettel app and how to use digital signatures when performing public services on the national and provincial public service portals. After the training session, officials of works, communes, youth unions, and one-stop shop departments will deploy and guide people and businesses in the area to access digital signatures. At the same time, in the future, Viettel will accompany and coordinate with the locality to support people and businesses to register and use digital signature accounts to perform transactions on the public service portal when there is a need. In the morning of May 17, the second delegation of the Standing Committee of the Provincial People's Council, led by Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Phong, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, had a survey on the implementation of legal policies on the development of teachers in Châu Thành District. The first unit survey in the district is Hoàng Văn Thụ High School located in Châu Thành Town. This is one of the high schools with the largest number of students in the province with 1,833 students. In the 2022-2023 school year, the school has a total of 114 staff and teachers. According to the school assessment, the quantity, quality, and structure of the teaching staff compared to the regulations is to ensure the implementation of the program. There is no shortage of teachers. Even Châu Thành High School has 2 teachers left over in the subjects of informatics and biology. Before that, the school had been in a shortage of teachers for many years. However, overcoming the shortage of teachers does not mean that the teaching work of the school is no longer difficult. Every year, there are always good teachers who apply to be transferred to favored areas such as TayNinhTV, Hoa Tranh Tráo, more or less affecting the quality of school staff. The school proposed to have a policy to attract and retain good teachers for the district and especially schools in difficult areas. The survey team of the Provincial Peace Council has paid attention to clarify some causes of the school's current difficulties and has fully acknowledged the recommendations of the school.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the Tamil ethnic citizens living in Tân Định to homeless, Suda Kamil, Yemenchou district, Miss Lam Thị Rao, born in 1979, has 23 years of party membership. Growing up early from the grassroots, she is a shining example of learning spirit, passion for work, and especially caring for the lives of Tamil people here. Coming to Tân Định to homeless in these days, what remains in our hearts is the cleanest, friendly, and cheerful smile of Tamil people in the homeless when the life is less miserable and stability is irregularly standing.
My name is Lam Thị Rao, Vice Chairwoman of the Fatherland Front of Suda Kamil and also a reputable person in ethnic minorities. From a young age to an adult, I have tried my best in studying so that I can have knowledge later to contribute my small efforts to local work as well as social work. After graduating from high school, I also attended a political intermediate class. During my work, I had just joined a local job. At that time, the family was very difficult. The children were still young. My father was sick. I tried to overcome difficulties to achieve good results in study. In general, among ethnic minorities, the qualifications are very limited. I myself try to have a certain level so that my children follow. Tân Định to hamlet currently has 91 households with 320 people. Most of the people here live as hired workers, mainly working in the fields of locking cassava rows, chopping cassava, or waiting seasonally. Some people also work in companies and factories in the province. Some households do small-scale husbandry such as raising cows and chickens. In general, in the past, poor households also accounted for the majority, receiving attention and support to the life of the people here, in material as well as spiritual terms. Building houses means of doing business, raising cows for reproduction. Since then, the basic living standards of the people here have basically improved. Miss Rao is very kind-hearted. She also cares about our family. She reminds us all the time, carefully instructs us to raise the cows. All are thanks to Miss Rao. I personally wish that when I grow up, I would contribute my small capacity to the development of the country, to serve the locality, for society, for people's life, including my own people. Because my ethnic minority is still backward, their business methods are still backward. So that what should we do? For it to be modern, it has developed so that the people's lives are also growing. I myself has a mind, a heart, and a passion, wanting to make a small contribution to the local community, to make my locality and this society more and more developed, helping the life of people in the area in general and ethnic minorities have a better and better life, more and more warmer and happier. Right, it is my greatest joy in general when together with companies, departments and mass organizations, the local party committee. Whenever I support a difficult case, I feel very happy because I have helped them, like I built a house for them, or I help them have a cow to raise, help them have conditions to develop family economy. from which they have joy, which is also my joy and happiness.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thanks for being with us and goodbye for now.